Hello Cancer, welcome to your weekly reading. This is again, I feel like I'm just doing bi-weeklies nowadays, so I'm doing 2 weeks at a time. Schedule's a bit messed up, Cancer, but I hope you understand. Anyways, this is going to be for the week of the 21st going to the 3rd of April, so moving into the next month. So let's have a little look together and see what's going on for you guys for the next couple of weeks, okay? Let's have a little look. I want to pull a couple of cards out here as well. Okay, some of you could definitely be going either into some sort of education, you're going back to something, or Cancer, what this could mean is that you're kind of leaving something behind, leaving an old lifestyle behind so that you can try something new. And whenever the by the book card comes in, it's learning on job, maybe like an apprentice or doing something that requires some sort of studies as well, okay? And for a lot of you as well, I kind of sense that there is this need to not need to fit in, because I don't think you should ever try and make yourself fit in, but I kind of get that there could be like a new community or new friendship group or a new group of people that you might be needing to follow their guidance. And whenever the by the book card comes in, maybe you're coming from independence and now you're learning how to be in in a group of people that might be of some different ages, might be of different backgrounds. I really get a sense here that there is definitely a group or a community or a friendship group coming up, but the by the book is really about observing rather than taking any action towards this. So allow yourself to meet people, allow yourself to get out there. With the time to go though, you are of course leaving something behind, closing an old door, opening a new one, okay? The number 11 as well really goes to show it could be Aquarius energy coming through, or again doing something different. The 11th house is all about friendship, so I do see here that you could be meeting some new people. These people, I feel like they could be like colleagues or start off as colleagues first of all, or again as a part of a group of some kind. I mean, we have the lovers here, so some of you guys can meet a love interest through this new group, because I'm getting a sense that it's going to definitely transpire into something different, something more. So you might not like these, not that you won't like these people straight away, but there is a lot of differences between you and these people, and I feel like they're not going to seem, you're not going to realize how close you're going to get to these people. And again, with the Lovers card coming through here, not only is this about a choice to come out from this kind of independence that you've been going through for a while, or again whatever it is that you're deciding to leave behind, you're walking into a new community, and this is a choice that you're making. And I think that with that, consequences come through, which is a good thing. This is karma, and I feel like some good karma is coming in, and you will meet some really amazing people along the way. Some of you, this could be travel as well. You might just be choosing to pack up your bags and go somewhere else, and this is what this new community is, okay? But as I said, for some of you, this is a Gemini card coming through here. You could meet someone through this, okay? Let's clarify, let's talk about it. Let's see what's coming up for Cancer for the next couple of weeks. Let's have a little look. The 8 of Cups, so again, you're walking away from things that aren't fulfilling for you anymore. This could be old friendships, old relationships here. With the Queen of Swords, you're definitely cutting some people out who are slacking here with the 4 of Pentacles. These are people who are greedy with their energy, maybe a bit stingy here as well. People who say they're one thing, but really turns out they're not as great as what they first made themselves out to be. I also get a sense of stubbornness on someone's side, and I feel like you're just walking away from it. With the 8 of Cups coming through as well. And this is another choice that we're making. So it looks like Cancer, you're having a lot of choices here. The fact is, though, that you're turning up as the Queen of Swords, Libran energy coming through here, which is taking no bullshit, basically. You're not dealing with anything that is gonna overburden you. You're not dealing with things that aren't yours to deal with, and I really get a sense here that you're putting a foot down, and maybe you're having to make a decision that you don't exactly want to, but you're understanding for your greatest good that this is something you need to do to move forward. So some very big choices coming through to leave something behind that's unfulfilling, which is a good thing. A difficult decision to make, so I'll give you some credit for it, absolutely, Cancer, because for someone who's so emotional with the Queen of Swords here, like, you have a lot of love to give, and I think that some people have taken you for granted here, and this is where you're exploring other options, other friends, other groups of people, other work situations, just because you've had to pull out from something that you wanted to give to. You still had a lot of love still to give to the situation, or energy to give to the situation. You're just not doing it anymore. You just see that it's not worth it with the 8 of Cups. Okay, you're deciding to walk away, to stand your ground, and to call the shots in a situation, and this will end up being for your greatest good. At the end of the day, the Queen of Swords protects herself because she knows what it's like to go through some sort of pain. And for a lot of you here, Cancer, I mean, there could be an apology coming through, an emotional offer here to come out from the cold from you. Person could have been caught gossiping or something here. It feels like you kind of realize that this person again wasn't who they said they were. I know it's kind of getting a little bit deeper again. There could have been gossip again, as I was saying. There's something behind closed doors that you actually was brought to light about, and the universe showed you a little bit about this person truly. And this is where the Queen of Swords comes in again. Really powerful person coming in for you. This could be a friend that's giving you some advice here, Cancer, but this for a lot of you is you standing up for yourself. Because you've been here before. You are seeing certain patterns of behavior in people, or maybe again the same behavior of them from the past coming back up again, and this is where you're actually going, do you know what, we've been here before, I do not want to go through it again. I'm deciding to walk away from the situation. It's just not serving me. You're no longer putting your heart on your sleeve here, Cancer, for people who just aren't serving you. And I feel like they are definitely going to be very upset about this. I think you're going to be upset about this. But the 5 of Cups is a disappointment, right? It didn't end up going where you wanted it to. Again, Cancer, coming through here with your own card, you have a lot of love to give, and it's very unique. And this is your specialty. But when the Queen of Swords comes in, there is a discussion and a coldness coming through from you that I guess is needed from you. I think maybe you were too nice in some ways. Not that it's a bad thing on you. I just feel like you gave a lot to someone who just couldn't give anything back to you, whether they physically couldn't or just didn't want to because of their own traumas, or they was holding on to something here. I feel like I need to say you don't need to prove yourself to anybody. You really don't. And with the 5 of Cups, it's a disappointment. And I think that this is also... It wouldn't surprise me if these people were really upset and you were just staring them cold in the face with the Queen of Swords. I think this is disappointing for you deep down, but I think also that in this situation, you knew it's for the best too. And I know that you know that there's something better out there, which is what it is. You're right with that, okay? Trust your gut instincts. Let's see what else is coming up for Cancer then. The Hierophant. Well, some of you could definitely again be signing new contracts here. This always comes up for me when it comes down to this could be a new job. I kind of see like new rules coming in, which kind of I want to bring in with the by the book card too. There is some new rules being brought into a dynamic, or that you're going into here after leaving something behind. This could be a new belief system. It could definitely be that new relationship, but there is some new rules being added to this. So it's about obedience, and this is what this card is about too, is about kind of following the lead and being taught by somebody. So for some of you, this Hierophant could be an actual teacher. You could again be going into some sort of school, classes, courses, or anything like that. And also for a lot of you, this new belief, which is you standing up for yourself, this new system that you've added into place, is also making people not bow down. I mean, I'm not going to give you I'm not going to boost your ego here, Cancer, but it just feels like instead of people walking over you, I feel like you're kind of setting some boundaries, and this is really important. Now, for some of you, you could be, again, getting into new relationships, or again, adding new rules to a relationship and a dynamic after, again, placing those boundaries and after a separation. Let's clarify the Hierophant Taurus card coming in here. We have the 8 of Wands, which is communication, things coming in very quickly for you. And we also have the Wheel of Fortune. So I do see some very positive changes coming up after this kind of little, we'll call it a blip. We'll call it a blip. This little tricky period. There is this 8 of Wands, which is fast forward movement, and again, it could be travel, it could be again a communication from someone from a different country to you. This feels nice. This could be a long distance relationship that's finally coming together, or a friendship from abroad, who never knows. But these are very positive changes coming up for you, and ones that are coming from your actions that you have created with walking away from something. So good news is coming in. You know, when you break up with someone and some blessings come into your life, it's always how you know you've made the right decision. And whether it's a breakup or whether it's a separation of contracts, work, meaning, you know, work stuff, sorry. then this is again where you're kind of getting this windfall of abundance. Basically, with the Wheel of Fortune, is exactly what it means. Things that you've been waiting for. I think you're removing blockages, and again, people and situations that are causing your emotions, or again, stability to be a bit turbulent is the word I want to say. And I do see this new direction that you're going in. Yes, there's new rules. Yes, maybe there's more discipline involved in this. Maybe even a new routine. But these are very positive things. And for some of you, it is new love. And this is what you're seeing here. You walk away from something that's unfulfilling and find a missing piece. Clarify. 8 of Wands. The Hermit. Interesting. Virgo energy coming through here as well. When a Hermit comes up in a reading, it is a period of kind of isolation, needing some time out to see things from a higher perspective. And I do believe that this is your higher self as well, communicating with you and guiding you on where to go. I would definitely trust your gut instincts around this time here, Cancer, because it does feel like, for me, that this is what's leading you towards something. So if you feel a little bit lost, you kind of left something behind, you now don't know where to go, this is saying you don't need to have anything set in stone right now. Just try to follow the lead, and if you like it, great, carry on. I feel like this is a very flexible card, really, of where you can kind of join a different group or join a different workplace, but it's more about observing who's in front of you and where they're actually going. So again, that's very vague, because it's going to be different for everybody. I do get though a social scene for a lot of you though, so it's to do with people, again, groups, work. But the Hermit coming through, I think that this is you learning. Again, there's another teacher vibe coming in here as well. So there could be some mentors coming into your life here, or it's your higher self in the universe really coming in here, blessing you, absolutely, but giving you some communication and some guidance into where you're going moving forward. And you don't need to see 10 steps ahead. As long as you see the next step, I think Spirit's really kind of urging you to take the next step, whatever that might be in your life. But I'm going to pull you out some of these cards as well, give you a bit of a keyword for the week and an affirmation for Cancer, please. You have 2, which is great. Let's see what they are. Empathy. I'm open to seeing both sides of a situation, and discipline. So we have that discipline with the Hierophant over here saying, I can accomplish what I set my mind to. This has a lot to do with where you're going in life though. So I think that you might be thinking bigger goals and looking at the wider scale, but again, we don't always need to know where we're going 10 steps ahead or how to get there just yet, but as long as we know the first step, that's perfectly fine. And empathy, which I do believe you are understanding both sides, but I think this is where you're understanding it's not worth it anymore. I think you fought for something for a bit too long, and stayed in something for a bit longer than you should have, but again, it happens. We learn a lesson that way. And empathy, just saying, as long as you see both sides of this situation, that's great. Not holding on to any anger, as much as that's difficult, or hate. I think it's just about doing, you guys are naturally empathic anyways, so I trust in you guys to see the whole situation for what it is, but keep sticking to what you believe, okay? All right, for love for Cancer, please. Let's see what's coming up for them. Wedding rings and a chaser. Very interesting. So maybe for some of you, you pull away from a situation. This is where someone wants to make something more serious. We have the chaser here, which says fear of abandonment issue. Just be aware of that if that's you. We have wedding rings, which is union, wedding, eternal love, soul connection, and of course marriage. But this can also just mean a very strong commitment. So this could mean by placing boundaries that a relationship can take up to the next level, but it's not going to be the same as it was in the past. So then it is a need for some sort of change. Some change. It will take a while if you guys want to stay in this relationship and dynamic to really get where you want it to go. Others of you will probably leave before that happens. If you want to, of course, it's your choice. But there is potential that this person could change, but it's up to you and your situation, how you want to apply that, okay? I love you, Cancer. I wish you all the best moving forward, and I will see you guys next time, okay?